On Sleep and Sleeplessness, an adaptation from Aristotle's writings. Let's now speak of sleep, and let's begin by asking what sleep is and why it comes to living beings at all. Sleep is not the absence of life, it is not a failure of the body, nor is it a kind of forgetting. Sleep is not unconscious in the strict sense, for even in sleep, life continues to move and act within us. Sleep is a condition that belongs to animals that possess perception. For all creatures that perceive, sleep, and that all that sleep must wake. This alone shows us that sleep and waking are not accidents, nor are they interruptions imposed from outside. They belong to the natural order of life. To understand sleep, we must first understand perception. Perception does not belong to any single sense in isolation. Sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch are many in number, but they are governed by a common power. There is a central faculty through which all perception is coordinated. When this faculty is active, the animal is awake. When this faculty is at rest, the animal sleeps. Sleep, therefore, is not the closing of the eyes nor the stilling of the ears, but the temporary suspension of this central perceptive power. Now we must ask why this suspension occurs. Nothing in nature happens without cause. The faculties of perception cannot remain active without limit. Like all natural powers, they are worn down by continuous use. Just as the body grows tired through movement, so perception grows weary through activity. Sleep arises from necessity. It is a form of restoration. But the immediate cause of sleep does not lie in perception alone. It lies in the bodily processes that support perception. For perception depends on nourishment. Food is taken into the body, altered, and distributed. In this process, heat is generated. This heat does not remain on the surface, it moves inward toward the central regions of the body. When this inward movement becomes dominant, the perceptive faculty is overpowered and sleep follows. This is why sleep often comes after eating. The warmth produced by digestion draws the vital forces inwards. The sense organs lose their sharpness, the limbs grow heavy, the body relaxes its outward attention, and sleep arrives. This is also why young creatures sleep more than older ones. In young, the growth is rapid, nourishment is abundant, and bodily heat is strong. Much of this heat is required for growth itself, and so the inward movement is powerful. As the result, sleep is longer and more frequent. In older beings, growth has slowed. The balance of heat changes. Sleep becomes lighter, shorter, and more easily disturbed. Now let us consider sleeplessness. Sleeplessness is not simply the absence of sleep. It is a disturbance in the natural process by which sleep should arise. When the inward movement of heat is obstructed, or when pain, dryness, agitation, or excessive stimulation is present, sleep cannot take hold. This is why illness often brings sleeplessness. Pain keeps perception active, discomfort prevents withdrawal, anxiety stirs the inner faculties. Even when the body longs for rest, the perceptive power remains engaged. Sleeplessness may also arise from excess. Too much food, too much drink, or excessive stimulation can overwhelm the body and prevent the smooth transition into sleep. Nature seeks balance. Too little nourishment weakens life. Too much disrupts its rhythm. Sleep depends on moderation. We may now understand why sleep is often deepest at the beginning of the night. At that time, the inward movement of heat is strongest. Later, as digestion completes its work, this force lessens. Sleeps become lighter, waking approaches. It is also the time when dreams most often appear. For dreaming belongs to the border between sleep and waking. Sleep itself, properly speaking, is a condition in which perception is at rest. Dreaming occurs when perception is no longer fully engaged with the world but not yet fully inactive. It is important to understand that sleep does not destroy perception. The sense organ remains intact. They are not damaged or disabled. They are simply inactive like tools laid aside for a time. The central governing region of the body is most affected, for there the condition of sleep spreads outward. And because the sleep is a natural necessity, it comes to all animals that perceive. Plants do not sleep because they do not perceive. Beings without perception have no need for this alternation. Sleep belongs to the life of perception itself. It is neither good nor bad in itself, it is necessary. Too little sleep weakens the body and disturbs perception. Too much sleep dulls awareness and reduces vitality. Nature does not favor extremes, it seeks the mean. When sleep occurs at the right time, in the right measure, it restores what has been spent. When it is lacking or excessive, life form is thrown out of balance. We should not treat sleep as something trivial nor something mysterious. It is not a punishment nor a gift bestowed at random. It is a function of life itself, arising from interaction of body and perception. And when we understand sleep in this way, we see that waking and sleeping are not opposites in conflict, but partners in a single rhythm. Waking allows us to perceive and act. Sleep allows us to recover and endure. Each prepares the way for the other, and life moves forward through their alternation. Thank you for following along.